Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Michael got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 to the coast. 20 15. Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, come on, man. Go to Sports Zone Chicago, type it. Hit the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Now, you can also follow Shawn and Maya in the morning on Facebook. Follow that, hit that, pull that page up, like that page as well. Now you're following both. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. All right, it's free 99, so don't worry about it. You ain't got to cost a thing. Go there and also hit the subscribe, not only the subscribe, but also hit the notification button. And that is the little bell that's right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell me you didn't know we have a mobile app. All right, so wherever you get your apps from, if you didn't know, well, now you know. Wherever you get your apps from, go there, type in Sports Zone Chicago. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Wards, Woolworth, Weebles, Goldblatts. It doesn't matter. Go there, type in Sports Zone Chicago, download it. You take us with you on the go. Okay, so not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, and not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching us on a Roku channel, there you go, baby. I like that kind of party. All right, favor. If you didn't know, now you know. We Roku channel. All right, so if you're watching us, and if you're not watching us on there, do us a favor. And if you have a Roku television, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your TV. Put it there, right there next to Max, Max, Hulu, Netflix, Apple. Definitely want HBO Max. That's where Hard Knocks is at. Prime, Disney Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus. Put it right there on the big screen, and we're on the big screen, right, Mickey, Vicky? Now you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Kai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, just follow her at Maya_Kai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we got a great show. We got a lot to talk about, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen, incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. So let's see who we got in the chat. The chat's jumping already. Jay Grizz in the house. What up, Jay Grizz? Hey, you first in line, baby. I like it. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? All the sports owners in the house. I like it. Mr. Shorty is in the house. Shorty, good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. Michelle Wall's in the house. Good morning, sir. Thank you for tuning in. The lovely Lavette Lee, thank you for tuning in, Ma. I appreciate it. Thank you, Betty Mush. Thank you, Betty Mush. Jerry said, I'm driving home for work for 3 weeks, so I won't be able to chat while I'm in the office. What do you mean? You won't be able to chat? What? That's all right. And you're coming home this weekend. I thought it was last weekend, but reading is fundamental. And I'm still learning, practicing my hooked on phonics. Okay, so just work with me here. Work with me. I appreciate it. Bruja 7 is in the house. Good morning, buddy. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's, this weekend, August 24th. Nice. So, sorry. August 24th. Yes. Betty, nice. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, so Saturday. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll try and get together there. Oh, what the heck happened? See that? That's wild. My light just kind of went crazy on me. Anyway, yeah, Shorty, hit me up, man. We'll try to get together. I got some people coming in from out of town this weekend. They'll be here Friday, Saturday, but no worries. You know, maybe we'll catch a brunch on the weekend and Sunday. Yeah, hit me up when you get home. Roberto, what's up, buddy? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh, you'll be in West Chicago. Okay, damn, that's way out there. Okay, no worries. I'm out northern, so I can take 355. We can meet somewhere close for brunch or something. Who knows? All right. I appreciate it. But man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Where do we start? You know, we got the Cubs to talk about. We got the Sox to talk about. We got the return of Javi Baez. First time he's been in Wrigley since 2021. How you Cub fans feeling? You know, he was a very popular player. It's a very popular player, you know, and when he was traded, it hurt. It hurt a lot of people. I heard a lot of people. It was funny. I saw someone on Twitter. I should have saved that and sent that to Steve-O. But it was funny how he's warming up yesterday and before the stadium opened. So, you know, he's out there he's out there warming up and getting ready for the game. He walks into the dugout. He's talking with one of the guys in the team, walking into the dugout, and one of the workers, because there's literally nobody in the stadium except the workers. The fans hadn't been let in yet. And she's like, I love you, Javi. I miss you. So he comes back out. He waves at her. And that was, you know, as much as I think the Cubs are stupid and so are their fans, you know, Javi was pretty cool. There's a couple guys, and then more so the fans that are it is. But I digress. Javi was a very popular player. All right, his baseball IQ was through the roof while he was here. You know, and you know, yeah, Jay Grizz joined the party. Jay Grizz, El Mago, you know it, baby. There were just so many things he did that just wild. Like, man, you know, King Book of World in the house. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, Roberto, you're right. He never should have left. But you know, you're retooling. You're kind of dismantling the dynasty that never was. What are you gonna do, huh? Patty, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Plank in the house. How you doing, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. So we'll talk a little bit about that. The White Sox, we lose again. We're inching in closer to the all-time record for most losses in a season. Man. That's all I got to say. Man. Man. We can't do it. We need to go on a winning streak, baby. Bruja. Thank you for always being professional and respectful in your opinion of others. I've never heard you personally bash a fan or media member on their takes, especially when they're wrong. Yeah, I do that. It's tough. Yeah. Thank you, Bruja. I appreciate it. I just don't, I try to be professional and respectful, even though I don't agree with some of the dumb shit that people say. I don't agree with it because some of the shit they say is really stupid, but this is America. This is America, y'all. We have our own opinions. But I appreciate it, boss. Thank you very much, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Patty Lara. So I want to say good morning to Patty. Good morning to Monica. Hey, Mija, how are you? Good to have you join us. And good morning to Jeremiah joining us as well. I love when you guys are all you guys watched. It means a lot. I love it. You guys have supported me from day one, and since 1997. 1997. Can you believe it's going on? What? Yeah, so it'll be 30 years. Damn. Almost 30 years, Patty. Junior, I'm sure Junior will join us shortly. He's probably taking a dump somewhere. King Book of World. Hey, I hear you. Let's go. We're going to do this. Be the greatest, shittiest team of all time. Hey, we'll be in the record books. We'll be in the record books. Can't take that away from us. And I don't think anyone wants to take that away from us if we get there. That's for sure. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. Then we got Bears to talk. We got a lot of Hard Knocks. The stuff that they had was pretty dope. That was dope. That was dope. And, yesterday was a really good episode. I like HBO. My hats off to HBO, man. They do a great job. And I never really watched Hard Knocks a lot because it went the Bears. I didn't give a damn about any other team. But now that it's my Bears, I really like the storylines. All right. I really, really like the storylines. Oh, man. My Shawn Wall's in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. Plank, hope you're feeling better, baby. Man, hope you're feeling better. I know you're on the weather. You're dealing with some stuff, so I appreciate it. You still chiming in, man. I do. Thank you, Roberto. Hey, you know what, Papa? I appreciate you. Just man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I truly appreciate it, man. Thank you. Go Bears. And we got to talk about your MMA fighter. We got to get him on here. Bilal, champ. We'll talk soon. Thank you. Oh, here he is, my man Armando Emeterio Lara. Junior, what's up, Papa? Just got done. Make sure you stay out of the bathroom. Patty, Monica, Jeremiah. Probably just blew it up. Well, I hope when you get him on, he better mention you. He better mention you, Roberto. He better remember you. But, man, Junior, make sure you stay out of the bathroom. I'm sure Junior blew it up. Leo Factor in the house. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Don't they, though? Don't they go by so God bless it fast? It's like, damn. And then you could tell by the way the scene ends, like, oh, damn, that's going to be the end of the episode. Next thing you know, the credits start rolling. You're like, oh, man. And you know what's really funny? Oh, I shouldn't say funny. You know what really sucks? Is that it's released at 8 o'clock Central Time. See, like other shows, when it's released on Friday, like at midnight, you can start watching it. Because I would have watched it at midnight. So it's 8 o'clock Tuesdays. Boom, that's it. You don't get to check it out at midnight at 8 o'clock. I mean, at midnight the day of on Tuesday. You don't get to. It's not on. It's released at 8 o'clock, and it's like, man. See, like Stars, at midnight, you can watch it. Power Book 2, the final season starts next month in about 2 weeks in September. And so I come home on Thursday night. Thursday night I'm up. Usually I'm up late for no reason. Or I'll watch it when I get back from CrossFit on Friday morning or right after the show, because it releases Friday. But I digress. They make us wait on HBO. But what it does do, which I think is pretty cool, is if sports bars. It really helps out sports bars. All right. You could have parties. You could have Hard Knocks parties. Maybe we'll have one next week. Let me call my guy and see. He's got to have it. Okay. Now you give me some ideas. Let's see who else is in. Anyone else new check in yet? Leo, even when I'm on the treadmill, the episodes go by fast. Hey, well, that's good. You know what? They'll put 2 back to back. Watch 2, so you get a great workout and 2 episodes. Even if you will have seen the first one or one of them prior. Well, that's good. But anyway, yes, we got a lot to talk, man. There was a lot going on yesterday in the episode. A lot of storylines. I like the Tyson Bagent storyline. Notice how they glossed over, and we'll talk about it more. Because I was mad. I was mad, and it's frustrating. I was mad about they only glossed over. They mentioned it. The Simone Biles wearing her Green Bay jacket. She didn't wear it out. You saw it was her friend who wore it out. Yeah, I was a lot annoyed at that. A lot annoyed. And I get it. She's not a big sports fan. Okay. But again, if Jonathan, and I don't know if they came together, because she was with that girl, so her and that girl might have come, because football players got to be there like 3 hours before the game. So you're there like 9 o'clock, 9:30. Excuse me. Wives don't want to be there that early. They have a spot for them. There's a room downstairs, and obviously they can walk the field a little bit, but wives don't want to be there. Get them there at 11-ish. When they're good. So she probably went with her girl. So if Jonathan didn't see it, okay, you're off the hook. But if he did see it, and I don't think he would, I don't think that he saw it, because he would have said, hey, don't do that. But they glossed over it, and they just said, she's there in her husband's jacket with a Green Bay thing on, and the internet was going crazy. And I was like, you're damn right. And then that was it. It's like literally 6 seconds, 7 seconds for that whole little. And I was like, So we're going to check that. and you know what it really did? And we'll talk about this a little more at length. It showed the makings of a trade, or potentially, or what you got to do, what you have to offer. You had Ryan Poles talking to one of the finance guys, saying, hey, here's what we're offering. Here's what we offer. And he goes into the process of the Judon, possible Judon acquisition, what they'd offer, him coming off an injury, him, how it's going to affect the team immediately. You know what I mean? And but he also talked about the risks. Like he's 32, he's coming off of an injury. So it comes some risk, but he was ready to do it. So I thought it was pretty cool. It's a great insight into the front office maneuvers. Yeah, it's a great insight. You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good question. What are they going to talk about Komet? Growing up in the Chicagoland area? Not Chicago. He's a suburbanite, like I am now. Growing up in Chicago and becoming a Bear. I think, but here's the one thing that about Cole Kmet, and I hope this doesn't come off as, how can I say this? he's boring. He's not bad. He's just boring. Like, he's like, I don't want to say Mr. Perfect, but like, he's got a typical ho-hum suburban life. Suburban kid, went to, predominantly, middle to upper middle class kid. Goes to Notre Dame, goes to a Catholic school, St. Viator, same one that Jared Payton went to. Goes to Notre Dame. Really good tight end, not a great tight end, but really good tight, more than above average tight end. And it's not a bad thing, because listen, everybody's story isn't deserving of a storyline. Some people's lives and things are more interesting, intriguing than others. And his story really, it's intriguing that he's a Chicago kid, yeah. But like, to me, he doesn't have that gravitas, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. He speaks well. When he talks, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know if they do that. I just don't know. And I like Cole Kmet. I have nothing against him. I think he's a really good tight end for us. And like I said, clean cut guy, the whole nine. Notre Dame, Chicago area, Notre Dame. What more do you want? Chicago area, Notre Dame, the Bears. Similar to Chris Dorich, Chicago. He was CVS High School, Notre Dame, the Bears. But they should touch on it at least, Shorty. I agree with you. But yeah. Cole Kmet from the mean streets of Lake Barrington. Watch your mouth, SuperBack. Put some respect on Kmet's name. I'll put some respect on his street cred. Jay Grizz, you're on fire this morning, baby. You're awake. Oh, you're an Irish fan too, huh? Okay. So I was never really a Notre Dame fan until maybe, and it was tough for me. As a kid, I wasn't a Notre Dame fan. After I graduated high school, I became one because some of my teammates went to Notre Dame and played there. So I was like, okay, I got to root for my guys. But growing up, that's all Notre Dame, growing up on the Southwest side in a predominantly, white Irish Catholic neighborhood, Notre Dame was literally football, family football, and faith. You know what I mean? It was like God, USA, and Notre Dame football was what it was over here. And I just got sick of it. I know, Baba. I love you too, brother. We just talking shit. That's what we do. No biggie. No biggie at all. No, believe me, I didn't take it any disrespectful way, bro. I got you. Listen, I've been in a football locker room since I was 10, from 10 to 40. 30 years plus as a coach. Trust me, I could talk shit, and I could also take it as well. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we are going to get to our top of the morning topics. You know how we do. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Top of the morning topics coming up next after this break right here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
For Javi Baez.
Javi knows as well as anybody that you generally don't get to choose your legacy. The game chooses it for you. But in this city, we'll always have, and they'll always have, 2016.
His first time. One up the middle. Swanson is there. Flags it down from the outfield, and he throws it out.
Men at first and second. Cody Bellinger, the Cubs cleanup man at the plate, is pulled down the right field line. This will drop and roll all the way to the wall. Happ comes in to score. Around third and racing home is Bush. On his way to third is Bellinger, and now he's caught in a rundown between second and third. And he is tagged out, but the Cubs take the lead on the two-run double by Cody Bellinger.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those are the Cubbies. Those are the North Side, the lovable losers. Yesterday, hosting the Detroit Tigers, excuse me. How did you feel, Cub fans? We're going to get to the top of the morning in a second, but how did you feel watching Javi, come back? And I know he's with the Mets and, now with the Tigers, and he's fallen off a lot, but how did you feel? Because he was a big part of that title. He was one of the mainstays, and then right after that is when he really blew up into El Mago and the craziness and you remember the ground ball to first base, and he runs back to home. The guy scores from third, he runs to first. Oh shit, no one's a second. He runs to second. How did you guys feel? Like I said, there was a worker before the stadium even opened who saw him and she yelled, "I miss you, Javi, I love you." How did you feel though, Cub fans? Because everyone on that team, I mean, you talk about characters, man. It kind of reminds me of when the Big Hurt left. You know what I mean? Like you didn't belong in the Oakland A's uniform and the Toronto Blue Jays. No, man. You're the Big Hurt. So, but anyways, guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Let's see. I know which way we go. We're gonna start off right here. There we go. What? Come on. Why are they not doing this? There we go. My White Sox. In the Bay Area, my White Sox take a tough one. Take a tough loss. They fall to the San Francisco Giants 4-1. You know, Davis Martin, he got the start. He got the loss. He's 0-2. He went 4 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 5 punch outs. Lenine, I'm not Sammy Sosa, was 1 for 4 with a double, his 9th. Driving in the only RBI for the good guys. Gavin Sheets was 1 for 4. Dominic Fletcher, who looks like a 12-year-old. He does. He looks really, 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 really young. Oh my goodness. When they put his picture up, at the stadium, like he looks like he's still in high school. He is oh man, it is. I don't mean to be, and I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying the kid looks young. That's all I'm saying. And it's funny, you know, when you're at the stadium, you see him, like I said, on the scoreboard, and you see that, you're like, whose kid is that? Whose kid is that? Oh man, it's crazy. Some of the funny things that you notice, you know, some of the funny things that you notice. But the Sox still, they take on the Giants again tonight. First pitch is today, I should say, not tonight. Who wrote that? Fire them. First pitch is at 2:45 Central. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or listen to it on their flagship station, AM 1000. Garrett Crochet's on a bump for the good guys. He's 6-9 with a 3.61 ERA, going up against Logan Webb. He's on the bump for the Giants. He's 11-8 with a 3.17 ERA. You know, where are we at? Let me double check. You know, my White Sox are in 30-97. Damn. So we're gonna be 30-100 soon. Can we win one? Like when we hit 3 games, we're at 127 games. So 130 games, there'll be 32 games left. Can we win a third of them? Now, if you go according to our average, which is 236, man, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts, man. Oh, well. The next top of the morning topic. The Cubs, they beat the Detroit Tigers. Sorry, I have a habit of saying that. They beat the Tigers 3-1 yesterday. Javier Assad got the win. He got the dub. He's 6-3 on the season. He went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 Called them 7 punch outs. Cody Bellinger, as you saw on the break, coming out of the break, was 2 for 4. One of his hits was a double, his 17th of the season, driving in his 49th and 50th runs of the year. Dansby Swanson drove in the other one. He was 1 for 2 on his 10th homer of the season, driving in his 42nd RBI on the year. Keeping it moving with the Cubs. The Cubs host the Tigers again. They play tonight at Wrigley. First pitch is at 7:05 East Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 AM. The probable for tonight, Detroit doesn't know who the hell they're pitching. Like, I don't know. They might have a competition, open auditions right before the game. But he's got to be going up against Jameson Taillon. Jameson Taillon, he's 8-7 with a 3.62 ERA. Wouldn't that be funny if they had an open competition? Like, we need a pitcher. We need a pitcher, so anyone want to try out or anyone? Bueller. Bueller. That's jacked up. It's funny. Jacked up, but funny. You know, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be funny, but we'll see. Good luck, Cubbies. You definitely need to close this out. All right, you need to close this out. Detroit is not a good team. They're not. And you got, you know, one of the things that you got to take advantage of teams that, because you're trying to win. Like, you can't lose any more series. Like, truth be told, you actually got to go on a win streak. You know what I mean? Like, there's something you got to go, you know? And I don't know what they're doing, what they're thinking, but I'll tell you what, they did a good job yesterday winning, and can they finish it up today? I don't know. I don't know if they can. And I'm not saying that just to be a Cubs hater, but they just seem to, I don't know. They haven't been able to come for the big, you know, last year, again, they had the same record at the All-Star break this year than they did last year, and they made a run last year. They're not making a run. They swept the Sox. Okay, big deal. But then they got swept. Who did they lose to? They get swept by. You know, like, you can't get swept. Like, you're in a situation where every game is of the utmost importance. So I don't know. Oh man. So Shorty, I've never heard of Boricua. What is that? Where is that? Well, it's not a place. All right, it's not a place. It's what Puerto Ricans are called, Boricua. That's what they're called. All right, so you'll hear, whenever you hear that, you know you're talking about a Puerto Rican. All right, you never say Boricua. That's all. That's what Jay Grizz was talking about, or our junior was talking about. Oh, Jay Grizz too, the proud Boricua. He's talking about Javi. I felt proud because I never witnessed a Puerto Rican reach those championship heights Javi got to on the team that I love. Go Cubs. And I hear you. And as much shit as I talk about the Cubs, like, I get it. You know, I get it. You know, when in 05, you know, I couldn't believe it. I never thought I'd be able to see it. And, you know, my aunt was happy. My aunt, who just passed away literally a year, well, not literally, but about a year and a month ago. I was a big Sox fan. Like, oh my God, I got so many things for her. I got a Sox mug. I got, obviously the newspapers, the Times, the Trib. I think it was the Reader, USA Today, just all for her to hold, you know what I mean? And like, I just never thought. And at that point I was happy because I'd seen all my teams, and I'm not a Cub fan, so all my teams had won a championship. I'd seen the Bears in 85, obviously the Bulls I saw. Obviously, the Blackhawks I saw, and then my White Sox were the final team that I really wanted to see. And plus, it gave me shit talking leverage to Cub fans because you hadn't won one in your lifetime. But I get it. And in 2016, I was rooting for Cleveland. Believe me, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted Cleveland to win. I never wanted to give up that leverage of World Series titles in our lifetime. But when I did, I understood it. Like my friend Dan Schaller, his coach, his dad, Gene, Mr. Coach Schaller, just passed away a couple of weeks ago, and he was one who coached me in grammar school. And they, shout out to rest in peace, Coach Schaller. But they were all Cub fans, and I got it. When there so many people that I knew, like they were emotional. Like a lot of my Sox fan friends were emotional, because some of their parents had died before the Sox got the chance to win the World Series. And you see a lot of people whose parents had passed, and they grown up Cub fans and gone to games with them. You know what I mean? So I get it. So even though I talk a lot of shit about Cub fans, like I get it, and I understand it. And I respected it. My buddy Danny, Dan Schaller, back in '84 when the ball went through Leon Durham's legs, ground ball to first base, it goes right through his legs, and it's like, against the Dodgers, that type is like those type of things, and I felt for him because he was crying. He was crying in my house. I was 12, 13, he was like 11. He was crying because he was a Cub fan, and so I get it, man. I get it. So I know I talk a lot of stuff, but it's all in jest, mostly. Mostly. So Shorty, yes, the Sox do have 30 wins. You can put that on the board. Thanks, Shorty. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But let's get back to this. Did I? Yeah, I did say that. Oh yeah, you know what? The Cubs, they released their closer, Hector Neris, and that kind of, I don't know. What are you guys going to do? I mean, it's the trade deadline is passed. You're going to need a closer because you need all the wins you can get. You can't afford to have a game slip away because you can't afford it. You're at this stage of the season, you just can't afford it. There goes the war. And so according to Jed Hoyer, he just said, quote unquote, he wanted to get some, quote unquote, some new guys up here. So yeah, I don't know. Jack Neely, I think, is the guy that they're bringing up, and he's excited. Because they selected Neely's contract. They've got him from Iowa, and they acquired him in a trade with the Yankees. And Neris was signed to a 1-year, $9 million deal last offseason. It included a $9 million option that converted to a player option if he had pitched 60 games or finished 45 this season. He was at 46 appearances and 33 games finished. So he was definitely, they didn't reach the threshold that he needed. So yeah, he was a setup man. Then when Albert Alzolay struggled, I think he took on that role. He had 17 saves and 22 chances. You put Jack Neely in that spot as a closer? I don't know. You're asking a kid? I don't know. We'll see. But the next top of the morning topic, the Bears starters will not play tomorrow. Bears starters will not play tomorrow against the Chiefs, according to head coach Matt Eberflus. He said that he told the media that yesterday at Hallis Hall, and you know how I feel about it. You know how I feel about it. Armando, I have no faith in the Cubs they should have been thinking about making a run a long time before now. I agree with you. I agree with you. But most of the starters, and not all of them, excuse me. And if you saw the thumbnail for the show today, oh, did I put it up? No. So I used it as the background today. Son of a biscuit. But the thumbnail was. No, I'm not going to do it. Oh, I can. Yeah, so the thumbnail is what should they play? And you know how I feel about this. You know that. Here it is. Thank you. I didn't realize I could do it in the middle of the show. That's the background. But should they play? You know how I feel about this. You know how adamant I am. You know when you've been given. There's certain things. Sometimes things line up for you perfectly. Speaking of 2016, the Cubs. Okay? Everything lined up perfectly. Every single person that you had brought up the year before or the prior 2 years, in 2016, they hit. They were a hit. From Bryant, okay, to Baez. And again, he wasn't a star yet, but he was in the making. Addison Russell, Rizzo, all right, the pitching staff you had. And you really had no major injuries throughout that season. All right, the perfect storm. And the Bears were gifted something, and there's a perfect storm that would have laid a path. You were given the Hall of Fame game, which means you got to start earlier, practicing earlier. Hell, we'll go and talk about Caleb having access to the playbook before he was even drafted. So you have all that, and that's why that's one of the reasons Caleb looks good now. Is he's been in the system longer than had he been in it when they drafted him. Had he started after they drafted him. And and again, I don't know if there's any rules, because there's not that I know of, that they couldn't. And again, they didn't directly give it to him, but Shane Waldron gave that to his friend, who's Caleb's quarterback coach, and they kind of passed that on that way. So don't be surprised when Caleb does well, or if he goes off sooner than you think. Like if he goes balls to the walls and 375 and 4 tutties in week 6 or 4, don't be like, oh my God. Well, they groomed him for this. They did everything, and Ryan Poles understood that. He saw the quarterback situation that he got when he got here. There was nothing around Justin, no offensive line, no receivers. He stripped the defense. He said, okay, well, let's give this quarterback, we'll draft a quarterback, and let's give this guy every opportunity to succeed. So he's been given great advantages, and you know what? He's taken advantage of them, of those opportunities to this point. All right, he's played 2 games. Okay. As the offensive line gets settled, Bates is hurt. So it looks like Sheldon will be the center. All right, Nate Davis, right guard. Tevin, left guard. I want them to. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. We'll talk a little bit more about this. But it's just, I don't know. Yeah, Junior. Schwarber was a devastating injury that year. Yeah, was it game 2? Game 2 that he tore his ACL going for a ball? Game 2. And he came back. Cornelius, no, the Chiefs are not playing their starters. Yes. And also, a lot of big sip. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know, Schwarber should have retired a Cub. Dude, that dude was raw. I mean, that is the quintessential example of a pure hitter. My guy, Mondo, I'm tired of being depressed over the Cubs. Bruja, they got extra reps. Everyone is fairly healthy. There's a lot of reps in the next couple of weeks. The game plan for Tennessee, the sitting out on a short week is okay. Let those battling get one last in. No, I hear you, but they got one in earlier. See what I mean? You got 4 games. Like had they played in the Hall of Fame game? Okay. Then played in, was it Buffalo, then Cincinnati? I'd be like, yeah, sit them. But you're gifted an extra game. And in that extra game, you didn't get any extra reps for your rookie quarterback learning a new system. Okay. That's all I'm saying. When you're gifted that, now you have 4 games. All right. When everybody else, except the Texans, has 3. Use it to your advantage. So now what's the purpose of this extra game for the starters? I could give a rat's ass about the end of the roster because of if we're not going to develop the top of the roster. And if it takes us longer, if it takes Caleb longer what if it takes him a game or 2 longer? Even if it's just 1 game longer where he finally gets it, I want him to get it sooner. 1 game sooner. That 1 game, Cub fans, you know what 1 game is. After last year, how many games did you miss the playoffs by? 1 game. You know? So let's move on to football. We're talking football. Yeah. Plank says Cornelius Squalls. I agree. I was selfishly hoping Reed would play his starters. Yeah, he's got no reason. They're in the same system. All right, Patrick Mahomes. I think he's pretty good. All right, I think he's got the chemistry down with Kelsey. Yeah, I think they're okay. You know, I mean, trust me. If the Bears were in that situation where Caleb Williams is, I'm not even talking MVPs and Super Bowls. I'm talking year 2, year 3. If this was next year, oh hell no. I say, hey, you ain't got to show up to the game, Papa. I mean, of course, I'm being facetious, but no, you ain't even dressing. You know, Caleb came out in the second half, and all the starters came out in their civvies, in their skivvies, in their Chicago Bear administered NFL gear. That's how you ain't even dressing. You got no helmet. We ain't giving you a helmet. Nothing. So don't worry about it. So I'm not surprised at all that the Kansas City Chiefs aren't playing it. No. What are you doing, Junior? I wish there was a bet made for this game. If the Bears win, they just get to slap Matt Nagy in the face. And you know what? Here's the thing before we got to go to a break again. Here's the thing. People will say, oh, well, look, Matt Nagy's back in Kansas City, and it didn't affect Patrick Mahomes like it did Mitch and Justin. And I say, like I said this before, when you go up a level in football, grammar school, Pop Warner to high school to college to pro, that first teacher, that first coach that you have at that next level is paramount. That first coach you have at the next level is paramount. Because he gives you a foundation, a solid foundation, how to play at this next level. when you have crappy coaches in the beginning of your journey on at a new level, when you get a good coach, you have to unlearn all those things. And depending on how long you had the bad coach, that's muscle memory. That's a lot of stuff that you got to unlearn. A lot. So when Patrick Mahomes went to Kansas City, he was drafted by Kansas City, he sat here. Didn't play. Alex Smith was there. They were a playoff team. He didn't go to some bunk ass team that needed they didn't need him. They were a playoff team before he got there. He got to sit and watch, learn from Andy Reid, learn from Alex Smith, and then was able to take over. The year later, he became an MVP. Then the year after that, he won his first Super Bowl. So it's paramount in the beginning of every level that you move up, that you have good coaching. So all I'm saying this to say that Patrick Mahomes doesn't need Matt Nagy. Like, I wonder if he even listens to everything. Like, he doesn't listen to everything he say. I'd drop a Ben Franklin on that, dude. I would drop a Ben on that. He doesn't even listen to all the stuff that Nagy says. Some of it, yeah. But he's probably like, no, I've been doing well. I got a pretty good resume. Have you read it lately? I mean, he's not going to say that because Patrick Mahomes isn't that type of dude, but I'm sure at some point he's like, really? So he's there in title alone. I'm talking Matt Nagy. All right, just like, Nathaniel Lockett, who was the offensive coordinator in Green Bay who went to Denver and sucked. Nathaniel Hackett, I think it was. And then we got Getsy. Those guys weren't teaching Aaron Rodgers anything. Come on. And then they go get head coaching gigs or play calling gigs. Nathaniel Hackett got the head coaching gig and Getsy got the offensive coordinator gig because of what Aaron Rodgers does. They didn't teach Aaron Rodgers much. Not at this stage of his career. But I digress. All right, let's take another break. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little Bears. Just a little bit. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Where your nervous level, nervous energy gets to, like, scale of 1 to 10?
0. I don't get nervous. Not since my first game of high school versus Gilman. I fumbled 2 snaps. Other than that, and I came back and threw like out and up down the sideline. Other than that, play ball.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of HBO Max. Yeah, he doesn't get nervous. He doesn't get nervous. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't say the same. So I would get nervous before every game. My last 8 years of playing, I don't think, and it wasn't nervous. Let me say, I just had to get hit one time. All you guys who played football will know this thing. I had to get hit one time, and then I'm good. So I wasn't nervous for the game. There was just some, I don't know. My first year playing in 5th grade. All right, 5th grade. I'm 10 years old, 1981. My first year playing, I threw up before every game. That's how nervous I was. I threw up literally before every game. One game, we were at Market Park, and I moved from our regular field on 71st Street, if you guys know the South Side or know Market Park. So I got moved from 71st Street to like off of California and 69th in the park. Really, right by our practice field. There's a little outhouse, a bathroom there. But anyway, I was on the kickoff team, and I ran to the bathroom, which wasn't far off the field. I ran to the bathroom so I could throw up, because I would always throw up on the side. So I got nervous. High school, I was nervous, not as bad as grammar school. My freshman year of college, my first game, yes, I was nervous. But it was just because I wasn't starting. I was a freshman, and I was playing behind Joe Segretti. He was an honorable mention All-American the year before. But just the guys were bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, I was good, but they're just bigger, stronger, faster. And I was on special teams, and yeah. So the fact that he didn't get nervous is pretty cool to see. You know, there's a lot of good stuff about this kid. A lot. And, you know, I wish him well. I think he's got a great personality. I think he's got a great mindset. I think he's, and this, it's also remember, this kid's a professional. Say what you want about him coming from college. Kid's a professional. You're getting paid. You got $5, $7, $10 million in the bank. All right, you left Oklahoma to follow your coach, and you also knew there was money coming with NIL. I mean, we've all seen the apartment that he was renting at USC. It overlooked Los Angeles. How much a month was that per rent? I don't know. 5,000, 10,000. It's got to be about 5,000 to 7,000 a month. Maybe even 10,000 a month. But you know what? When you're making millions, 5, 7, 10 millions, 10 million a year in NIL money, even if it's $10,000 a month, that's only, and I say that using air quotes, only $120,000. Only. Only. And you're making 6 million, 7 million, 10 million. Yeah, that's kind of dope. So the maturity level of this kid, this young man, is one that I haven't seen in a long time. I haven't seen in a while. All right. Just him not using an agent, which is I can understand. He's pretty much locked into how much he's going to make. He can't make any more. He can't make any less. He's locked in because of his slot. And it's just what 3 or 5% more than last year's first overall pick. So there's no negotiating, no wiggle room. The only thing you can argue and wiggle with is, one, is it all guaranteed? And two, how much of signing bonus you get. Those are the only two things that you can basically argue. But you're set for X amount of dollars for 4 years, and your fifth year will be this if they decide to pick it up. All right. Then he went into I forgot. So his company, he started a company. It's going to be a what the heck? Why is this? I don't know why my light's doing that. That's right. An investment firm. That's what it is. It's an investment firm. It's going to deal with finances, but also in real estate. His dad was a real estate investor. I guess in the tough times where it was very difficult for black men to get in that field, his dad was kind of a pioneer over in the DMV area. So he has that background with him. Seeing his dad, I'm sure his dad's going to be helpful in this. You know, they're going to be funding a lot of different projects, real estate and others. So this kid is very mature, and I like the fact. I was talking to one of the guys at the gym, at CrossFit when I went to pick up mom on Monday, and he was asking me. He was like, "Hey, how did you like Caleb?" You know, I'm like, "Oh, it's great," you know. And he was just saying, he goes, "It's kind of cool that this guy's a little quirky," is the actual word he used. And I'm like, yeah, it humanizes him so much more. It humanizes him, you know, because Justin was very robotic. Justin didn't like the press, didn't like the media. He went up there because he had to, and and he was very Bill Belichick-ish when it came to his interviews, you know. So the personality that Caleb has, the mindset, I think is going to bode him well. And I hope it does. As far as the talent, you see it. Yeah. You know, Justin's more of an introvert, you know, and he only really lets loose when he's with his peoples. I mean, look at DJ, you know, we saw DJ Moore, we could tell, but his comments were very guarded last year. You know, he only kind of but expounded a lot when questions were kept being asked and asked to, you know. And if you saw on Hard Knocks, this wasn't on Hard Knocks. It was on just the Bears media. He was coming out of practice. He was like, "I have a personality. You just didn't see it." You know, so I get it. You know, that's how Justin was, but this is how Caleb is. And Caleb is, you know, fun going. And hell, I'd be very outgoing if I had $10 million before I even got into the NFL. If I was a Heisman Trophy winner and my apartment overlooked the city of LA, I lived in the hills. What if you lived on Mulholland Drive? But I digress. But the talent is undeniable. And I think the one thing that the couple of things that he's done are good, and we critique him, but as we critique him, we got to remember some of the critiques we have are nitpicky. Okay, and the kid's a rookie. So remember that, and the thing that I'm happy with is, I shouldn't say the thing. A couple things I'm happy with is, one, he's a rookie. Two, yes, Mr. Shorty, it's preseason. But three, he's got Shane Waldron. All right. That goes so far. I can't even put into words how important that is. All right. We see what bad coaching does for you. Okay. We see it. We've seen it. We've seen it. Now let's see what good coaching does. So now you get a good coach with an extremely talented young quarterback, thrown to three extremely talented wide receivers, having two extremely talented running backs, because I don't know about Roschon Johnson, and he's out with a concussion. Two extremely talented running backs and two talented tight ends to throw to. That's a perfect, what did we talk about? Perfect storm earlier? That's a perfect storm of good. It's a perfect storm. So we're gonna, so all the people, you're gonna get a lot of the pro Caleb people like, oh, we told you. Like, okay, that's fine. And yeah, he's playing well, and I'll be happy for it. I really am. Remember, if he plays well, guess what? The Bears play well. And that's what we want. We want our Bears to play well. There's also nature versus nurture. Like, you don't get to that level. You don't become great. Ask Patrick Mahomes. Ask Tom Brady. Ask Aaron Rodgers. Remember, Aaron Rodgers was with the dude in Dallas. I'm not sure if he had Holmgren. I think Holmgren might have been gone. But Brett Favre had Mike Holmgren. I mean, all these quarterbacks who were great, or people want to consider great, have had great teachers. Joe Burrow, all right? Is he going to slip now that Callahan is gone? We saw what happened with Josh Allen once Dabo left. But I also talked about having a good coach at the next level, at the beginning of your next level. And Caleb has a good coach in Shane Waldron. Caleb has a really good coach in Shane Waldron. I hope Shane Waldron stays 2 seasons. Because at that point, Thomas West can move in and Shane Waldron can go get a head coaching gig. But all the fundamentals and the foundation of his play in the NFL will have been a solid one, learning from Shane Waldron. And Coach West can build on that, as opposed to Coach West coming in having to teach him to unlearn shit and then learn it his way. No. He's already learned the fundamentals, good habits. So, great position for Caleb. And give me your thoughts, guys. Some people we've talked about, did you want them to play? I did. I wanted them to play. Even if it's 2 series. Mr. Shorty says, I love, all caps, how Waldron runs a modern version of the T formation. Anyone who knows me knows I keep calling for its comeback. Cornelius Squall said Waldron is light years ahead of Nagy and Getsy. I agree. Jay Grizz, I wanted to play all 4, but I am more than happy if they played games 1, 2, and 3. I would have been more than happy. Like, all right, cool. You got your 3 games in. Boom. Everybody else got 3 games. You got extra time. All right, cool. Maybe snuck him in for a series. Jay Grizz also said, however, like you said, since they did not play game 1, I would have hoped they played game 4. Yeah. I just don't get it. But okay. Okay. And I hope, because now you're going from let me look at the dates. So they played the 17th. All right. That's 3 weeks from 3 weeks of game time. You got the 24th this weekend, the 31st, and the 7th is the Saturday. So the 8th is Sunday. So 22 days is going to be off. "22 days he's going to be off." And listen, when you go from action weekly, boom, 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 boom. So they last 3 weeks. So you get 3 weeks of games and 3 weeks off? I know you're practicing, but how much hitting are you doing? There's nothing live in practice. There's nothing live in practice. You know, it's like, what are you doing? You know, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. Because, you know, we're going half, we're going third, we're going, you know, come on, dude. What the hell? 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. What is wax on, wax off? You know, it's like, come on, dude. It's I'm just not happy with that. Not happy. And call me get off my lawn, Shawn, which I am. But I don't know. It's just too much time in between. Look, they're already sick of each other. They had a humbug. It was scrappy scrap in practice yesterday. Check it out. That was a practice, and that was taken from off of Twitter, off of James @James_Sweener. All right, give him the credit he deserves. That was his video. You know, Ian Wheeler got laid out by Gervon Dexter. They're tired of playing each other, hitting each other. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? But I'll tell you what, one of the things that people are talking about that I believe is pointless, but everybody is having it fit. People who don't know it, again, it's giving people things to talk about. Keenan Allen. Like, oh, he's doing this, he's slow, he did. It's like, come on, man. Really? You want to talk about that? You're talking about Keenan Allen. We're talking about a 6-time Pro Bowler, 1,200 yards last year. So he's going to go from 1,200 yards to a buster? 1,200 yards to a buster? No. No. Okay, what a lot of players will do. A lot of veterans will do. And he's 32, 33 years old. 31, somewhere in there. They use training camp to get ready for this, to get in shape. Yeah, Jay Grizz said Keenan has never been a speedster. No, he hasn't. King Booker World said, yeah, people need to shut the hell up about Allen. But like, listen, you're using this to get into shape. You're using it to, you're basically pacing yourself. What does Keenan Allen have to prove to the Bears? What does he have to prove to his teammates? I'm a 6-time Pro Bowler. I'm probably going into the Hall of Fame. I just came off a 1,200-yard season. I didn't come off of a 600-yard season starting every game. It's a 1,200-yard season. I'm just chilling for now. Veterans hate training camp. Hated it. And I get it. King Book of World, if there's anybody not to worry about on this team, it's Allen. Jigger is agreed, King Book of World. Hell yeah. Like, stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Trust me, he'll be there on third downs. He'll be there. He'll be there on third down when Caleb needs him. Don't worry. But getting into because the answer to the question, is Keenan Allen washed up? Hell no, he's not. Not even close. I like the piece they did on Tyson Bagent. I thought that was good. And personally, I think Tyson Bagent has gotten so much better from when we first got him. When you watch him now, go back and watch the game, because I know you all DVR'd it. Go back and watch the game. That dude is comfortable. That dude is relaxed. Look at the games last year. You feel him. Now he's just touchdown pass to Dante Pettis in the back of the end zone. He's waited. He saw it. Inside ran the corner. Outside guy ran a slant or a stop. Watch his feet. Remember I told you last year, watch Justin's feet? Watch his feet. Watch Tyson's feet. They're calm. They're relaxed. He's calm. He's relaxed. Just watch him. And you'll get a chance to watch him all day tomorrow. But watch him. When a quarterback's feet are calm is when he's comfortable. It's when he's comfortable. He understands it's an NFL pocket. He understands there's going to be guys flying around him. He understands the pocket's going to form around him. He just has to step up, move left, move right, or step up and throw. He's not nervous. He doesn't have happy feet, it's called. I think many of you may have heard that term, happy feet, when a coach. Only person who ever had happy feet was always calm, and he didn't always have them, was Peyton Manning. He only had his feet were happy because he was looking around at his receivers. I love Tyson Bagent. I hope Tyson Bagent has a career like Chase Daniels. I hope so. I want at least the first 4 to be with the Bears. I would say first 6. He's here with the Bears 4. They extend him for 2 years, because just as Caleb is growing and learning this offense, and next year Caleb's going to be even better, guess what? So is Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent has already won games in the NFL. He's already won 2 games in the NFL. His record in the NFL as a starter is 500. I want Tyson Bagent here for 6 years minimum, because Tyson could go have a 13-year career. He can have a 13-year career, make a shitload of money, and leave that little stank-ass town in West Virginia he's from. I don't know if he will. But how comfortable are you with Tyson Bagent as our backup quarterback? Because I'm super comfortable with Tyson Bagent as our backup. How comfortable are you? In my Peter Brady voice. Bajan looks like a bodybuilder out there. I want to say a bodybuilder, but you could tell he's cut. You could tell he's cut. Well, he's a CrossFitter. He trains like a CrossFitter. But he has a better diet than I do. Otherwise, I'd look like him too. I mean, I'd get rid of his belly. So you know what I decided real quick? Next summer, I'm gonna have some abs. Just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna have some abs. So we're gonna work out, but the biggest thing is my diet. So I'm gonna change my diet. Next, I like eating. I'm from the Shy, baby. We got some of the best places. One of my guys at CrossFit owns 2 gyms. Remember, I went to a steakhouse on my birthday. He's got another. He's got an Italian restaurant. Bajan from the mean suburban mountains and hills of West Virginia. Hey, we all saw. Hey, we know how people come from the mountains and those backwoods. We all saw Ozark. We all saw Ozark, her brother and her cousins. Oh, snap. Shorty, you're a fool. You're going on an Italian beef bender, so you're going to gain about 7 to 10 pounds. You start with Johnny's, huh? You're going out west down North Avenue? Yeah, Bajan's dad is cool. But again, let's talk about how comfortable you are with him as a backup. I am super comfortable. This dude had so many reps in college. So many reps. And guess what? I understand he played at a lower level, D2 school, an online school. They're both good. Shorty wants Johnny's. Jay Grizz likes Al's beef. I'll take them both. If I had to rank them, I'll go Al's and Johnny's, but that's just me. But Tyson Bajan's reps in college are second to none. Plank, you too, huh? Plank writes, I'm happy to have Bajan as a number 2. Hell yeah. Oh, come on, Shorty. Where's Al's Beef? Al's Beef's on Taylor Street. It's right by UIC. And then you get to walk across the street to go get some lemonade, Italian ice from Mario's. Across the street, the lemonade. Oh, man. Italian ice across the street. Whew. It's on Taylor Street. Google it. And across the Mario's lemonade. But I digress. Yes, fresh cut fries, Shorty. You'll see them, the lady, every day. Oh, Jay Grizz, how could you forget about Mario's? Italian ice across the street, baby. Plank, from your lips to God's ears, Plank says it looks like we are actually starting to develop QBs instead of destroying. LOL. Yeah, that's not funny. That's legit. That's real talk. Yes, Taylor Street's in Little Italy. Well, what some people want to call Little Italy. Little Italy is actually about 24th and Western, but that's another story. Yes, Taylor Street, Shorty. I am real comfortable with this offense. This O-line, here's what it seems like Nate Davis is there to play. Okay, good. So now you're stuck at right guard, Tevin's at left guard, Braxton's at left tackle, Darnell Wright, which we haven't heard from, which is a great thing. Right tackle, and Shelton is the center. Okay, cool. That's why I wanted them to play. Even if it's one series, I'd say a quarter, but man, get those guys used to it. Now you're going back out there and practice. And again, I get it. You're playing against one of the top 2 defenses. And I don't think they're number 2 defenses in the NFL on a daily basis. Okay. Maybe that has a lot to do with it. But man, give me someone else. Give me another team. Let me work on someone else because he and I know each other. The people that I block, we know each other. We know our strengths, our weaknesses, our tendencies. We understand that. We know that. We know their tip-offs. We know their tells. Oh, he's spinning. He's coming on He's doing a stunt. Why? Because his hand ain't. You don't see the whites of his knuckles. He ain't leaning. His hand isn't deep into the dirt. Give him. All right, I'll stop bitching. But it's just frustrating, man. It's just frustrating that Jay Grizz, yes, and Trout DiMenzo's as well, Mr. Shorty. Yeah, for a pizza puff. A DiMenzo's pizza puff. They misnamed. Yes, Jay Grizz. I was just gonna say they misnamed it. It is a calzone. It's not a pizza puff, dude. That thing is this big. I used to work at a couple years. I had to sub, and I was at not Eli Whitney. Oh gosh, I can't think of it. It was over off of Polk and Oakley. Anyway, it's right by DiMenzo's on Polk Street. Man, whoo-wee. Shorty, I gotta write this down. There's no Italian beef I won't try. It's all in the chat. It's all in the chat. You know what I really liked, which I thought was really cool? I liked the discussion. We talked about the Matthew the Judon attempt, the attempt to trade for him, and how he walks through that process. Check it out.
Patriots edge rusher Matthew Judon is on the market, and Poles is working hard to make a trade.
So we did a Judon conversation today. He only played 4 games. He had a bicep. So just from an analytics standpoint, kind of where he's at. So just wins at it. He's 50th among defensive ends. To put in perspective, Sweat's 14th. We believe he would help us get better. Just his style. We think having a bicep rather than like a lower body injury, he still would play to the same intensity and explosion as we did before. It does come with risk, though, at 32.
He's got some things working, huh?
Yeah.
Think we'll get it over the finish line?
I do.
Yeah.
Our language is basically saying if the contract's not signed, then he reverts back to New England. So, cover, so.
What do we get?
It'd be 3. So all that would happen fast.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Just keep me posted.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Poles has met New England's asking price of a 3rd-round pick. But unless Judon agrees to a contract extension with the Bears, Chicago won't make the deal.
Welcome back. In that video, courtesy of HBO Max. And you saw that. Like, how cool. Ryan never not working Poles. You know. Yeah, Jay Grizz talking about the size of the meatballs. You know what, Cornelius? I don't know. I didn't hear of Judon signing an extension with Atlanta. I didn't. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. I was just about to Google it, and they had a picture of Simone Biles. I go back to it, like, oh no, they might just move it. She'll disappear. And sure enough, I went back and I was trying to find that. All right. Yeah, I want to know if he. Let's go. Okay. What? So in this ESPN article, is Judon going to quote unquote work for a new deal with the Falcons? So it doesn't even look like. Shut the front door. So according to this article from ESPN, all right, Mark Raimondi says Matthew Judon, the newly acquired Atlanta Falcons star pass rusher, will be playing without a contract for next season, at least for the time being, by choice, according to him. And he also goes on to say in his first news conference Monday, the edge rusher said he does not believe he has earned an extension yet with his new team. Falcons traded a third-round pick to the Pats for Judon last week. Judon had held out in training camp and fell out with the Patriots on a number of issues, including his base salary, which is only $6.5 this million, and not having a contract for 05. But Judon said in his contract, he says, or in his presser, he said, the Atlanta Falcons know nothing about me as a football player and about me as a man. They really know my previous resume, so I can't really demand or ask for anything that I haven't worked for. And that's where I've been my whole life, so I'm going to work for it, man. Okay. So it doesn't make sense. And if it's because maybe they wanted the Greg Gabriel wrote something in here as well. Let me find him. You know, yeah. So here's what Greg Gabriel wrote. And so the story out of New England is false. The story that Judon, quote unquote, chose Atlanta, but reality is if he had agreed to a contract the Bears offered, he'd be a Bear. Bears weren't doing the trade unless there was a new contract that came with it. Smart. So why you wouldn't want, as a 32-year-old guy, you know, like why wouldn't you? He just turned 32, August 15th, last week. As a 32-year-old guy to get another 2-year deal or 3-year deal, why wouldn't you do it with this team? You know, I think that could have been regardless of what they said, you understood that they gave him a third rounder. So they were offering a third. So that doesn't make sense. But I like the behind the scenes interaction of it and watching it because, man, if he came here, you have him, Austin Booker, in. And it makes sense. You trade a third, you're going to want a deal because you're not going to want a 1-year rental. But why wouldn't he sign here? I don't know. Why wouldn't he? If there's no, you know, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Why do you think that he wouldn't sign here? They're giving you an extension, what you wanted. You're 32 years old. You just turned 32 last week. So you got 32, 33, 34. You'll get $5-7 million a year, another 15 mil for 2 years. I don't know. And maybe they Plank, that was it. Maybe he went to Atlanta because the Pats felt they'd get a higher, their third round pick would have been higher than the Bears. Okay. I don't know. No clue. Me either, Shorty. Mr. Shorty wrote no clue. King Booker World said he didn't want to play in the cold no more. I hear you, but when they give you money, and not just that, like the Bears are closer to winning than the Falcons are. The Bears are much closer to winning a Super Bowl than the Falcons are. Okay. Cornelius Squall says, well, at least we know Poles is still on the lookout for an edge rusher. Yeah. And now everybody else knows it too. So we'll see. But hey, you know what? He's going to Pole never not working. He's still going to keep looking. Still going to keep looking. And I don't think, and everyone says, oh, Poles, we can win now. Yeah, I don't know about that. But you want the extension because now if you get him for 3 years or 2 more years, this year plus 2, his last year, not even his last year, but next year, 2025, I say we're serious contenders for an NFC title game berth. We're serious Super Bowl contenders at that point. I think we're anything can happen. We can go there this year. It's possible. Some things need to fall. I know Shorty's going to be all excited, but certain things need to fall. And Moss, good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. He writes, more money, more over rings is the player's interest. Yeah, but you get a playoff share. You get a playoff share. And he didn't have a contract for next year. He's playing under this year's $6.4 million. He's contracted to play for that this year. As soon as I said it, here comes Mr. Shorty. We are. Mr. Shorty says, we are. ARE is capital letters. We are going to the Super Bowl this, capital THIS, year. Book it. Book it is all caps. And we could. It's not out of the realm of possibility, Shorty, or any other Bear fans who have that same thought. Plank writes, dynasty incoming. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not. All right. And you're literally one injury away from on another team that'll catapult you into the top stratosphere of the NFC. What if Brock Purdy gets hurt? Do you trust Trey Lance to get you there? Mm-hmm. What if Jalen Hurts gets hurt? Who the hell is their backup over there in Philly? Do you trust that person to get him there? What if Jordan Love gets hurt? Do you trust anyone else to take them to Green Bay there? Same thing with Detroit. Are Trey Lance in Dallas now? All right. Plank says FGB. Green Bay. FDL for the Detroit Lions. FMV for Minnesota Vikings. King Booker World is a fool. I can't wait until they beat the Texans. Already tired of the Texans nut huggery. It's going to be a tough one, but yeah, I do too. Leo Factor says Texas went from the bottom of the league to contenders in the blink of an eye. Yeah, they did. So Jay Grizz, Kenny Pickett is the Eagles' backup. So if Jalen Hurts gets hurt, do you trust Kenny Pickett? I sure as hell don't. So the Bears, the thing that the backbone of this team is the defense. They have that defense. If you added Matthew Judon, that's the top defense in the NFL preseason. Top defense in the NFL. It doesn't mean we still can't get there. It doesn't. And truth be told, who the hell cares if you're a top defense starting the season? Who the hell cares if you're the number one team, number one defense, or number one team, or number one this going into the season? Nobody cares. Show me who the number one team is at the end of the season. Now we're cooking with gas. And to finish up the season, the last 6 games of the year, the Bears defense was number 1 overall. Number 1 in most categories, but number 1 defense overall. Yeah, fire today. King Booker Will says, Kenny, throw a Pickett. So we're going to rely a lot on this defense. If you show it up to give us something proven on the other end, other side of Montez Sweat, Lord have mercy. And I look at it this way. You get someone proven because I assume that Austin Booker is learning a lot from Montez Sweat. He's learning a lot from DeMarcus Walker. He's learning some from Dominique Robinson, who's still learning the position himself. But you add another dog on that side and have him learn from two great pass rushers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Austin Booker's doing well to begin with. He's doing well to begin with. Imagine more nuggets that he can get from another stud pass rusher. Imagine all the nuggets. And he's getting a lot. You know, they showed yesterday, they showed Coach Washington talking to him. And dude, it got me so excited. The hair on my arms stood up because he was talking to him just like a father to a son. Very disciplined father, one of those old school fathers. But he was like, I like what you did here. You know, I like this and this. Now don't stop. You know, just the way he talks to the, like, men need that. Football players, but men in general, generally speaking, men need that type of love, that tough love, or that male love from a man. And the critique from Coach Washington to Austin Booker, he was like, yeah, I like what you did there and here. But I need you to, and now I need you to stay consistent. I need you to do this. And he's like, yes, coach. You know, just like, yes, coach. And he's soaking up every word. This kid's going to be, he has the potential right now. Bruja, you're a fool. Booker the Berserker. You've been saying it. You've been on him from Jump Street, Bruja. Bruja 7. You've been on him from Jump Street. So but this kid, he could be that dude. But I wouldn't be impressed. I wouldn't be impressed. I wouldn't be surprised if we go get another one, as Ryan Poles showed he's already doing, because that would solidify this. And much to my chagrin, I don't really care, but we would definitely be the top defense going into the NFL, going into week 1, if we get one. Give me a guy who had double-digit sacks last year. You get on the other side of Montez Sweat. Okay. Mr. Shorty says, that's your word now, Bruja 7, Booker the Berserker. King Booker World, you said Booker equals a starter. He's going to be a starter by week 9. Okay. Jay Grizz, what about a 3-tech? I don't know if he's going to grab a 3-tech. I think he's pretty happy, and I'm pretty happy with Gervon Dexter. Zach Pickens had a sack the other day. I'm okay with that right now. Don't forget Daniel Hardy is another dude who's been, dude, what the hell? Like, Daniel Hardy's had a sack every single preseason game. This dude's there's no way he cannot make this roster. There's none. I don't know, Jay Grizz. He was disruptive. He's disruptive. I'm talking Gervon Dexter. I'll go back and look at it more when I get back from picking up the Warden. I'll go look at it. Yeah, I hear you. Mr. Shorty says, I'm actually glad they did not get Judon. He would have taken away from Booker's rise to fame. Yeah, he would have taken away snaps. But do we need Booker this year? I think he's a contributor, and I could be wrong. I'd love if I was wrong. I'd love if he became a 10-sack guy. Yeah, King Booker World, I agree with you. People keep talking about Gervon Dexter not having a good summer. What the hell are they watching? That man causes havoc on that. Yeah, he is. So yeah, I don't understand what they're looking at either. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I am really excited about this defense. You know, those DBs are all over the place, man. They are on you. All right, Spidey Man himself. All right, Kyler Gordon, Jalen. Jalen Johnson has been so refreshing. It's been so refreshing because he is a legit, true number one lockdown corner. Throw to the other side. There's nothing to see here. Keep moving. There's nothing to see here. Go to that side. That's Jalen Johnson. That's Jalen Johnson. And to me, that is exciting. Yeah. King Booker World says, King Booker World writes, Grizz, it's like he's like once or twice with a slow get off, but I've been paying attention. He dents the pocket and moves it. Yeah, he does. He does. Plank says, thank you, Shawn, for another great show. Peace. Chat. Great as usual. Peace. Have a great day, everyone. Bear down. Bear down, Plank. Yeah. King Booker Will says, I can see the death triangle of Booker, Dex, and Sweat making teams quit. Hey, that's a good finishing move if you're a wrestler, the death triangle. The death triangle. Oh my goodness. But this is going to be fun. I'm excited about tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But I'll catch the game tomorrow somewhere. Jay Grizz, dude, you're on fire today. Quarterbacks disappear like planes over the Bermuda Triangle. Shout out to AEW, King Booker World. Oh man, but yeah, it's gonna be fun tomorrow. See the backups, and we get some more of, Zach Pickens. I wonder if Booker's playing. I would hope Booker plays. Kevin Hardy. All right, one guy I really hope gets some time, because I think his spot on the roster is not it's not strong. I don't think he's in a position to be cut or released. But Noah Sewell, linebacker from Oregon, Noah Sewell. I want to see him do well. I want to see him do well and do some of the things that he did back at Oregon and be a little disruptive tomorrow. So I hope he comes out and has a really good game. First, I hope he's healthy, and then if he is, I hope he has a good game and he makes his roster. He can play mad special teams. He can play kick return. He can play punt, run down on the punt coverage, punt return team. Those. I just think he's got some uses. Shoulder. Let me see. Yeah. It's not saying. I think it was a shoulder injury. King Booker World asked, what was Noah Sewell's injury? I think it was a shoulder. All right. So, but I like him. I like him a lot. I like his attitude. He has a good lineage. He comes from a great football family. There's a lot there. A lot. So, but man, 2 hours is come and gone, guys. I want to thank the chat. You guys were lit. This was jumping as always. And I want to just thank my peoples in the chat, man. It was good, from King Booker World to Jay Grizz to Patty Lara to Junior Lara to Plank to Cornelius to Mashawn. All right, to Bruja 7 to Leo, to Ant Mas. All you guys, man, awesome. To the vet for man, you guys are in it, man. It made it exciting. And I appreciate the love and the support. Guys, I'll see you on Friday. I'm fired up. If I missed anybody, please forgive me. My guy Armando, he joined me as well. If I missed anybody, Black Diamond, that's right. Black Diamond joined in for a little bit. Good morning, Papa. I hope you're still with us and watching the show. Yeah, he said, so for the starters, the Queefs not playing? No, they're not. They're not. And everybody else, if I forgot you, my apologies. But hey, a great time, great show, and great energy from you guys in the chat. All right. So I got to go pick up the warden. All right, from CrossFit, her CrossFit class. All right, I got some stuff I have to do today. So for everybody, I appreciate you. Thank you, sports owners. You are the bomb. It's why you make this, this is the best morning show, morning sports, Chicago sports talk show around, is because of you guys. And I don't just say that in the morning. I mean it, because you guys are keeping it lit. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, Elias Baez, our executive producer, Clarence Council, our social media guy, and my co-host and abstention Maya. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be beautiful. The weather is going to be as high as 70s today. Yeah, I think high 70s or low 80s today. It's going to be beautiful. So get out there if you get a chance to, hit a patio, hit a rooftop, go out for lunch, take a walk on your lunch break. All right, you got to lose some weight anyway. We all got to lose. The high is 77 today, according to Cheryl Scott. All right. Remember to tell your loved ones you love one, because man, death is the finality of death is something else, man. It's still still having little issues with the passing of my cousin last month. That was still hurt because I didn't get to say goodbye, and we hadn't spoken in a year because of some beef, not beef, but because of some stuff that was going on. All right, so make sure you let them know. All right. And Jay Grizz writes for Mr. Shorty, make sure to hit up Al's Beef and DiMenzo's Pizza on Taylor Street. DiMenzo's, and ask for the pizza puff, and you get a big ass calzone. All right, folks, have a great day. I am out of here. I can't wait. And then I got a whole bunch of food in there for me when I get back. I am fired up. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I will see you on Friday. The show replay tonight at 6. All right. So for everybody, your boy, the SuperBack, I am out.